In the early hours of November 2000, outside a New York City club, an incident unfolded that would leave an indelible mark on one of Hollywood's most recognizable stars. Leonardo DiCaprio, then 25, found himself at the center of a violent altercation. The event, though widely reported, would come to be understood through conflicting accounts, casting a shadow that, for some, has yet to fully dissipate. This moment, arguably one of the most sensational and dangerous in his public life, provides a crucial lens through which to examine the less explored facets of his journey. According to initial reports from law enforcement and sources close to DiCaprio, a model named Aretha Wilson approached the actor, then, without apparent provocation, allegedly attacked him. The weapon, a broken bottle. The target, DiCaprio's face. The swiftness and severity of the assault were immediate concerns for his entourage and the authorities present, raising questions about security and the pressures of celebrity in public spaces. This was not merely a scuffle, but a targeted act of violence. The attack left DiCaprio with significant facial injuries. Medical reports confirmed lacerations to his ear and neck, requiring 17 stitches. While not life-threatening, the visible wounds were a stark reminder of the incident's brutality and the vulnerability that even a global superstar could experience. This physical manifestation of the encounter served as a public testament to the event, raising concerns among his fans and the entertainment industry alike about the actor's well-being and the volatile nature of sudden fame. However, the narrative soon became more complex. In subsequent legal proceedings, Aretha Wilson presented a starkly different account. She claimed that DiCaprio had previously assaulted her friends at a party, alleging that her actions were a retaliatory response to an earlier injustice. This accusation, though unverified, introduced a layer of ambiguity, attempting to shift the public perception of the incident from an unprovoked attack to a question of prior conduct. It challenged the singular portrayal of events. DiCaprio's legal team vehemently denied Wilson's claims. They asserted that her allegations were entirely fabricated, designed to justify a criminal act and deflect culpability for the violent assault. This firm stance reflected the actor's efforts to protect his reputation against what his representatives characterized as baseless accusations. The legal battle that ensued was not just about the physical attack, but also a fierce contest over public perception and the truth behind conflicting narratives. Years later, in 2005, Aretha Wilson's legal journey reached its conclusion. She pleaded guilty to assault with a deadly weapon, acknowledging her role in the incident. The court subsequently sentenced her to 2 years in prison. This outcome, though delayed, brought a definitive legal resolution to the sensational case. It underscored the severity of the offense and, for many observers, affirmed the initial narrative of an unprovoked attack, despite Wilson's earlier counterclaims. The incident was officially closed in the eyes of the law. To understand the man who would face such an incident, one must look to his origins. Born on November 11, 1974, in Los Angeles, California, Leonardo DiCaprio's early life was far from the glamour of Hollywood. His parents, Ermeline Indenberken and George DiCaprio, separated when he was just 1 year old. This early disruption set the stage for a childhood that, according to DiCaprio himself, involved navigating complex environments long before he encountered the perils of fame. His beginnings were rooted in a different kind of reality. He was raised primarily by his mother in various working-class Los Angeles neighborhoods, including Echo Park and Hollywood. DiCaprio has candidly described his early environment as challenging, marked by the prevalent issues of drug use and violence. These formative years exposed him to a gritty reality, far removed from the pristine image often associated with the film industry. This early exposure to urban hardship, some argue, may have contributed to a certain resilience, but also an awareness of the darker undertones of life. Despite the tumultuous domestic situation, his father, George DiCaprio, a comic book artist and distributor, remained a significant influence. George exposed young Leonardo to a world of art, culture, and nonconformist ideas. This countercultural grounding offered an alternative perspective to the street realities he faced, fostering an appreciation for storytelling and unconventional thought. This duality of influences, the raw street and the imaginative artistic, would arguably shape his approach to characters and the world. DiCaprio attended John Marshall High School, but his true calling lay elsewhere. His burgeoning interest in acting soon eclipsed traditional schooling. Driven by an ambition to escape his challenging circumstances and explore his creative urges, he made the decision to drop out to pursue acting full-time. This early commitment to his craft, even at the expense of conventional education, highlighted a focused determination that would define his professional trajectory. It was a clear prioritization of his artistic future. One early anecdote reveals his nascent independence and conviction. His first agent reportedly advised him to change his name to Lenny Williams, suggesting it would have broader appeal for a young actor. DiCaprio, however, refused. This early defiance against conforming to industry expectations, even at the very start of his career, underscored a nascent self-possession. It indicated a resolve to retain his identity, a trait that would become central to his professional choices in later years, especially when navigating fame's pressures. DiCaprio's career began with modest roles, a common path for many aspiring actors. He featured in television commercials and educational films, honing his skills and gaining crucial on-set experience. His first major film role came in 1991 with Critters 3, a direct-to-video horror film. While not a critical darling, it provided him with a foundational credit and exposure to the professional demands of filmmaking, laying the groundwork for more significant opportunities. These early roles were his apprenticeship in the industry. His true breakthrough arrived with the 1993 drama This Boy's Life. Cast opposite the legendary Robert De Niro, DiCaprio delivered a performance that immediately garnered critical attention. This role showcased his raw talent and dramatic depth, proving he was far more than just a fresh face. Working with an acclaimed actor like De Niro also provided an invaluable learning experience, cementing his dedication to serious acting. It marked a pivotal moment, shifting him from minor roles to significant dramatic projects. The same year, DiCaprio solidified his status as a formidable talent with What's Eating Gilbert Grape. His portrayal of Arnie Grape, a mentally disabled teenager, earned him his first Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. At just 19, this recognition was extraordinary, signaling his arrival as a serious dramatic actor. This early critical success, alongside Johnny Depp, positioned him as an artist capable of profound character work, a stark contrast to the more superficial roles often offered to young, attractive performers. In 1997, Leonardo DiCaprio's career exploded onto the global stage with Titanic. The epic romance, directed by James Cameron, transformed him into an international superstar and an undeniable teen idol. The film's unprecedented success catapulted him into a new stratosphere of fame, bringing with it immense adoration and intense public scrutiny. This level of celebrity, while coveted, also presented unforeseen challenges and pressures, fundamentally altering his relationship with the media and the public. The immense fame brought by Titanic was a double-edged sword. While it cemented his place in Hollywood, it also subjected him to an unprecedented level of media attention, often focusing on his personal life rather than his craft. The adulation of millions could, and often did, spill over into intense scrutiny and a loss of personal space. This period of heightened celebrity, arguably, created an environment where public incidents, like the one in 2000, became more probable, as the boundaries between public and private blurred. Following Titanic, DiCaprio made a conscious decision to pivot. He actively sought out more challenging, often darker, roles, deliberately aiming to avoid being typecast as simply a romantic lead or teen idol. Films like The Beach, 2000, and later Gangs of New York, 2002, exemplify this strategic shift. This calculated move, predating the 2000 club incident but certainly reinforced by it, indicated a deep desire to be taken seriously as a versatile actor, to control his artistic narrative rather than be defined by commercial success or public adoration. The 2000 club incident, even after its legal resolution, raised questions about the realities of celebrity. While DiCaprio's team vehemently refuted Wilson's claims, the very public nature of the accusation, however unfounded, lingered. It posed a unique challenge to his carefully cultivated image as a serious actor transitioning from teen idol. The incident arguably forced an even deeper examination of how he presented himself to the world, and how he protected his inner life from the invasive glare of the public eye. In the wake of this period, a significant professional development occurred. In 2004, DiCaprio formed his own production company, Appian Way Productions. This move was crucial. It provided him with greater creative control over the projects he undertook, allowing him to shepherd stories he believed in and craft roles that truly resonated with his artistic aspirations. This step, observers suggest, was a direct strategy to shape his professional identity beyond acting, gaining agency over his narrative in an industry that often dictated terms. While public attention often fixated on his acting career and personal life, a lesser-known, yet equally profound, aspect of DiCaprio's identity was steadily growing: his commitment to environmental activism. This wasn't a reactive development, but a deeply rooted passion. He established the Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation in 1998, 2 years before the club incident. This dedication suggests a consistent pursuit of purpose beyond the superficialities of celebrity, a constant amidst the changing tides of fame and scrutiny. His environmental advocacy was not merely a philanthropic side project but an integral part of his public identity. Post-2000, his involvement deepened. He consistently used his growing platform to raise awareness about climate change and conservation. This commitment, perhaps seen as a counter-narrative to the sensational headlines, positioned him not just as an actor, but as a dedicated global citizen. It offered a compelling dimension to his public persona that transcended entertainment, indicating a drive for meaningful impact. In 2007, DiCaprio further utilized his influence to co-produce and narrate the environmental documentary The 11th Hour. This film was a powerful testament to his dedication, exploring the state of the natural environment and offering solutions for a sustainable future. Through this project, he moves beyond simply speaking out, actively contributing to the creation of media that educated and provoked thought. It showcased his ability to merge his filmmaking prowess with his passionate advocacy, amplifying his message on a global scale. His unwavering commitment received official international recognition in 2014 when he was appointed UN Messenger of Peace with a special focus on climate change. This prestigious role solidified his status as a leading voice in global environmental policy, far removed from the sensational incidents that once captured headlines. It demonstrated that his work transcended celebrity, becoming a genuine force for change on the world stage. This appointment was a milestone in his efforts to leverage fame for profound impact. Despite his critical acclaim and global popularity, one accolade remained famously elusive: an Academy Award for Best Actor. After his initial nomination for What's Eating Gilbert Grape, DiCaprio received 4 more acting nominations for The Aviator, Blood Diamond, The Wolf of Wall Street, and The Revenant. Each nomination fueled public anticipation, becoming a running narrative in the media. This protracted pursuit of the industry's highest honor only intensified the spotlight on his performances and career choices. His role in The Revenant, 2015, was perhaps his most physically demanding to date. DiCaprio immersed himself in the grueling production, enduring harsh wilderness conditions, extreme temperatures, and a rigorous diet to portray frontiersman Hugh Glass. This unwavering dedication to his craft, pushing the boundaries of physical and mental endurance, exemplified his commitment to authentic performance. It was a role that, many believed, perfectly showcased his artistic maturity and determination. Finally, in 2016, after a career spanning decades and multiple acclaimed performances, Leonardo DiCaprio won his first Academy Award for Best Actor for The Revenant. The moment was met with widespread jubilation, both within the industry and among the global public. This long-awaited victory was a culmination of his artistic dedication, his deliberate career choices, and his perseverance in an industry that had both adored and challenged him. It was a monumental milestone, validating his journey as a serious artist. True to his character, DiCaprio utilized his momentous Oscar acceptance speech not to dwell on personal triumph, but to advocate for climate change awareness. He declared, "Climate change is real, it is happening now." It is the most urgent threat facing our entire species. This powerful statement, delivered on the industry's biggest stage, underscored that his activism was not a separate endeavor, but deeply interwoven with his identity. He consistently leveraged every opportunity to champion his core beliefs. Throughout his career, especially after the intense scrutiny that followed Titanic and the 2000 incident, DiCaprio became known for maintaining a remarkably private personal life. Despite being one of the world's most famous actors, he actively shielded his relationships and private moments from the persistent glare of the media. This deliberate choice, some observers suggest, was a protective measure, a way to create boundaries and preserve a sense of normalcy amidst extraordinary fame, preventing further sensationalism. A notable aspect of DiCaprio's private life is his marital status. He has never married. This fact, while personal, has often been a topic of public discussion and speculation. It stands in contrast to many of his Hollywood peers, who often marry and divorce multiple times. This choice, or perhaps circumstance, reinforces the perception of a man who prioritizes his career and activism, while guarding his most intimate relationships from the public gaze. It is another deliberate choice that defines his unique path. While his personal life remains private, the media has consistently reported on his relationships. He has reportedly dated several prominent models and actresses, generating considerable tabloid interest. However, even these high-profile relationships are typically conducted away from the direct public spotlight, with official comments or confirmations being rare. This consistent pattern reinforces his dedication to compartmentalizing his life, keeping his professional and public advocacy separate from his personal romantic engagements. DiCaprio's career is defined by an impressive filmography, marked by collaborations with visionary directors like Martin Scorsese, Quentin Tarantino, and Christopher Nolan. His consistent choice of complex, often morally ambiguous characters, such as in The Wolf of Wall Street or Inception, showcases a profound commitment to his craft. He is transformed from a teen idol into an actor's actor, admired for his transformative performances and his deliberate avoidance of easy roles. This evolution is a testament to his artistic drive. Beyond the silver screen, DiCaprio's environmental legacy is substantial. Through the Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation, he has supported over 200 projects, focusing on wildlife and habitat protection, renewable energy, and indigenous rights. His tireless advocacy has raised billions for environmental causes and influenced global policy debates. This commitment reveals a side of the actor that is less about personal gain and more about global responsibility, making a tangible impact far beyond the film set. The lesser-known side of Leonardo DiCaprio is not just a collection of facts, but a narrative of resilience and deliberate reinvention. From his challenging childhood to the shock of a public assault, he has consistently navigated the complexities of life and fame. Each incident, each choice, whether refusing a name change or embracing demanding roles, contributed to building a persona defined by authenticity and purpose. His journey illustrates a man who actively shaped his destiny, rather than being passively shaped by circumstance or celebrity. Among his significant milestones, DiCaprio's early critical recognition stands out. His Oscar nomination for What's Eating Gilbert Grape at just 19 signaled his prodigious talent. This early validation of his dramatic abilities set the stage for a career focused on challenging roles, providing a crucial foundation for his artistic integrity long before his global superstardom. It was a testament to his innate skill, acknowledged early by the industry's most prestigious bodies. His transformation into a global icon with Titanic in 1997 remains a defining milestone. This film not only broke box office records but cemented his status as a worldwide phenomenon. While it brought the pressures of fame, it also provided an unparalleled platform. This reach, amplified by his subsequent film choices, allowed him to command attention for both his artistic endeavors and his philanthropic passions, making him one of the most recognized faces on the planet. The long-awaited Academy Award for Best Actor for The Revenant in 2016 marked another pivotal milestone. This win was not just personal triumph but a vindication of his commitment to challenging cinema, proving that critical depth could indeed receive mainstream recognition. It elevated his artistic standing, securing his place in cinematic history and silencing any lingering doubts about his acting prowess, confirming his legacy as a performer of immense talent and dedication. Crucially, his appointment as UN Messenger of Peace in 2014 represents a milestone that transcends entertainment. It signifies his acceptance as a legitimate and influential leader in the global fight against climate change. This role, backed by years of dedicated activism and significant philanthropic efforts, highlights a profound purpose beyond his acting career, showcasing his unwavering commitment to a cause larger than himself. It solidifies his legacy not just as an actor, but as a crucial environmental advocate. From the violence of a New York night to the grandeur of the Oscar stage and the global platform of the United Nations, Leonardo DiCaprio has actively defined his own narrative. The initial incident, a stark reminder of fame's unpredictable dangers, did not derail him but perhaps solidified his resolve. He channeled his challenging upbringing and his innate artistic drive, using his influence for greater purpose. His journey reveals a man who, through resilience, artistic integrity, and unwavering advocacy, crafted a legacy far richer and more complex than any single headline could ever convey. He is truly a force beyond the screen.